Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News and Rumors. I'm your host, Brandon Hodge. So this episode is brought to you by SeatGeek. So if you guys are looking for tickets for any event in the entire world, use SeatGeek. Use code HODGE at checkout. That's just my last name and actually get $20 off your tickets. Now, a little hack for you guys. This is for first-time orders only, but if you've used SeatGeek before and you make a brand new account with a brand new email, you can still use my code and get $20 off your tickets. Now that's code HODGE, just my last name. Use it at checkout and get $20 off any ticket for any event in the entire world. Alright guys, we're going to jump into this episode of WWE News and Rumors with the first news story of the day, actually only news story of the day. Today's news story is breaking. This is from WWE directly. This is about the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view premium live event upcoming February. I want to say every February, but they actually discontinued the show for a while, but they just recently brought it back, and I'm absolutely thrilled they brought it back. The main issue I heard with this show was just finding like an arena that had the I don't know, the structure to support such a large large thing inside, like a large structure, like just having the infrastructure inside the arenas to be able to hang this thing from the ceiling. Just not too many arenas could support it, and to get it into the arena. Just not too many people or arenas could support it. But a few can, but they've actually found another one that can. So I would be thinking, and I've been thinking for a while, Elimination Chamber, it's Saudi, because they're doing a Saudi Arabia pay-per-view, Saudi Arabia preview and live event every February and every November, right? So February, yeah, it makes sense to do the Elimination Chamber. But actually, no, things have changed. So WWE today have officially announced the Elimination Chamber 2023 pay-per-view or premium live event. I still don't know which one to say. Tell me in the comments, which one should I say, guys? Should I say premium live event or pay-per-view? Because I don't even know anymore. I'm just confused. It's just confusing the hell out of the king, and I just gotta say that. But basically, the Elimination Chamber 2023 show will be in none other than Montreal, Canada. You heard me right, it's in Canada. The first pay-per-view in Montreal, Canada in 14 years. Canada, I'm jelly. I really wish I could go up there, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I gotta get a passport and everything if I was gonna go to that. But yeah, Canada, that's very exciting news. First pay-per-view there in 14 years. So ultimately, Saudi Arabia didn't get the show, and why not? And we'll talk about that actually in the rumor section, which is going to lead me directly in. So the only confirmed news story I had today is Elimination Chamber 2023 has officially been announced, and it's going to be in Canada, in Montreal, Canada. So that's the only one. So ladies and gentlemen, it's time. You know what time it is. You don't play stupid, guys. Go ahead, do it. Come on, do it for me. Go ahead and get your juice boxes out. Get your juice boxes ready, because ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to talk about some juicy rumors. All right, the first rumor of the day, like I promised, this is about Saudi Arabia. So normally you would think, WWE would do like Saudi Arabia shows like every February, November, like they've been doing. But apparently for 2023, things are going to be a little bit different. So obviously next month we're having one in Saudi. It's Crown Jewels coming up. It's the next premium live event for the WWE. So that's happening. We know that's happening. It's not canceled or anything like that. But apparently the next one's being moved. So we were thinking February is when the next one's going to be, but they actually switched it around. It's not going to be in February 2023. It's actually going to be in May. So they're moving it to May. So they're moving it after WrestleMania. And I kind of like that. I kind of like that a little bit better, maybe. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see unless they're going to show up WrestleMania, because they're trying to play this big Saudi show at the same time they're trying to play WrestleMania. Maybe they're just like too close together, being like only a few weeks apart. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how it's going to go down. But apparently the Saudi Arabia show that was supposed to be happening in February, yeah, it ain't happening in February no more. They're moving it to May. All right, the next rumor is going to be about what do you even call this guy? A former WWE. Best in the world, a former WWE longest reigning champion. I don't know. So basically, this is about CM Punk. I don't know why to lead this guy in. So basically, he was in AEW for a while. He's had some issues backstage. They're talking about like buying him out on his contract, so he'd be a free agent. If he wanted to remain in the wrestling business, pretty much the only other company in the world that has enough money to pay the guy would be the WWE for a WWE return. But at the same time, there is that element of, is Tony Khan going to put a non-compete clause on that release or whatever, being like he can't compete for another wrestling company for a given amount of time, and it's like years left in the contract, so he might not be able to wrestle for years. I don't know what they might be able to pull off or negotiate to have an exit deal going on, but it does look like CM Punk may be leaving AEW, which of course is starting all the fire. It is lit a fire on the rumors of CM Punk coming back to WWE. Of course, Vince is no longer running it. Apparently, if Vince was still running it, backstage rumors would say that it would be almost impossible for CM Punk to ever even talk to the WWE again, because Vince didn't want to do business with him ever again. But now that Triple H is in charge, it's described backstage as it's not impossible. It's unlikely, but Triple H is willing to do business if it's going to make the business better and more exciting, at least WWE-wise. So, yeah, that's an interesting point. Now, as for CM Punk, there's nothing going on right now. We're still waiting to see if he's even leaving AEW or if they're buying him out. These are all rumors, guys. Take them all with a grain of salt. But basically, CM Punk, WWE. At one point, it was considered pretty much impossible and never to happen. And now it's like unlikely, but I don't know. CM Punk has mentioned, the guy's not really interested in WWE. WWE's not really interested in CM Punk, so I don't know how this could happen. But you never know. The world of wrestling is unpredictable. Things you never think will happen. And you never know, so never say never. We'll just have to wait and see. All right, the next rumor is about our tribal chief and our undisputed Universal Champion, our head of the table. This is about Roman Reigns. Roman's champion. He has to defend the championship against people, so there's a lot of rumors about challengers and stuff like that. They recently have a brand new member of the bloodline, an honorary member, if you will, honorary Uso. We have Sami Zayn. So, is Sami Zayn staying loyal to the bloodline? Is the bloodline turning on Sami? Are we looking for a Roman versus Sami feud sometime in the future? Apparently in 2023, actually, yeah, we are. We are looking at they actually have it planned, like kind of far out. I don't know if it's going to be for like a big event or anything. I think it may just be like a kind of a filler feud or whatever, but basically, it's going to be a long time coming. So there's a lot of storytelling to go on with this. And Sami Zayn's a great wrestler. Roman Reigns is a great wrestler now, which is just like a complete flip to what we used to say, but his storytelling in the ring has just been phenomenal recently. So the question is, how do you make people care about them wrestling each other? You got to have a good story about it, and they're building the story right now for this, actually. So Sami Zayn, Roman Reigns will be happening sometime next year. I'm not saying it's Rumble or Mania, but it might be like I don't know what. It could be a Money in the Bank match. It could be I don't know what filler shows they're bringing in. Extreme Rules, Backlash, something like that. But they might be bringing back some like old WWE pay-per-view names we haven't had in a while, like Armageddon, or even bring back No Mercy, even though that's kind of been around a little bit. But yeah, one of those shows you might see a Sami Zayn versus Roman feud, because apparently they are building it. They're planting the seeds now, and they're trying to put a good story between this. I mean, I don't think this is going to be like Sami's going to be like a huge, legitimate threat to the championship unless they book him extremely well, starting now. But I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But ultimately, this is apparently a match that they do have planned to happen sometime in 2023. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so this is actually it. This is the final news story, the final rumor, the final thing I'll be talking about inside this episode of WWE News and Rumors. So this is about the brand newly returned Bray Wyatt. So Bray Wyatt, the new character he's kind of trying out and doing, is still developing, so we can't really judge it yet. I think it's very interesting. It's very interesting points. There's a lot of Easter eggs and stuff like that. There's a lot of clues, things you really got to watch closely, and I'm really digging it. Of course, he could have came back and just did The Fiend, and just did that and rolled with that in Firefly Funhouse and pretended like nothing happened, but he's not. He's acknowledging something happened. There's a big gap, and he's storytelling. He's coming up with something new. He's evolving, and that's what you have to do in the pro wrestling business. So my props to Bray Wyatt. He's doing a great job. But basically, this is about the booking of Bray Wyatt. What's the decision backstage and what they're trying to do. As of right now, of course, Bray Wyatt has an insane amount of creative control. Thank God he does. I'm really happy he does, but he has an insane amount of creative control. So it's pretty much up to Bray what he wants to do with the character. But as far as booking the wrestler, basically Bray Wyatt right now is listed as the top #1 babyface on SmackDown, on the SmackDown brand. So he's a babyface. Bray has always had those kind of weird characters. For even when he's a babyface, he's kind of a heel, and even when he's a heel, he's getting cheered. So he's kind of like a baby. So he's kind of like I really hate this term, but some people call them tweenies. I don't like the term tweenie, like they're in between a babyface and a heel. I don't like that, but basically, they haven't booked as a babyface, so it'd go against like heels mostly. But he's #1 babyface right now, right? And the person right behind him is Drew McIntyre. So we'll just have to wait and see where they go with this. But Bray Wyatt's never really been that huge like babyface kind of guy. He's kind of like a badass, like cool babyface if he's a babyface at all. But it's interesting. But nonetheless, as for the booking of Bray Wyatt backstage as a wrestler in matches and stuff like that, and feuds and stuff like that, he's actually booked as the #1 top babyface. Also, side point, he is now the #1 merch seller in all of WWE, even above our tribal chief Roman Reigns. That's just an interesting point. So there you guys have it. That's actually going to do it for this episode of WWE News Rumors. Let me know what you thought on all these news stories and rumors in the comment section down below. But ladies and gentlemen, I am your king of vlog style, Brandon Hodge, and I will see you guys in the next video.